Hey guys, my name is Zan and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Masik X ROM, which is a MIUI 12 port ROM that is based on Android 10. So, without any further ado, let's get started. So, as you already know, MIUI 12 beta is already out for the Note 5 Pro, but with one huge caveat, it is still on Android 9. Now, fortunately, this build of MIUI 12 that we got here is a port from a newer Xiaomi phone, and it is based on Android 10. And after over a month of using it, there has been so many newer things that we haven't got to see with MIUI 12 on Android 9, which is a stock ROM. So let's just go through all of the new things with MIUI 12 based on Android 10. So the first thing that jumps to your eyes like right away is the animations. Like it's you're gonna look at this animation and you're gonna see for yourself. It's so new. It's so refreshing, but it's also very iOS-like, right? Because it is basically a rip-off from iOS 13 or iOS 14. Which is actually not a bad thing because this animation feels really smooth and really intuitive compared to the old MIUI 11 or MIUI 12 based on Android 9 animation, which is fast and not very natural per se. Which really makes this a pretty welcoming feature to some, but not very much for others. Another thing that also catches my eye a lot is the whole animation itself, right? You can see that the whole home screen has been a little bit renovated with an app drawer, of course, and overall the animation is a lot better, right, compared to MIUI 11. You also have this Google page here, and you also have, of course, the animation and of course the icons all have this fresh code paint on them. Each individual icon has its own icon to it, which I do kind of like, but for some reason the icon animation is a little bit different. It does not animate like MIUI 11, which is a bit of a sad thing to see. Now another thing that also was a huge upgrade was the gesture navigation. As you can see, first of all, we do now have a proper pill, right? Navigation pill down here, just like on iOS or on stock Android. And just like on stock Android, you do have the similar gesture navigation. You do have to swipe up to go home, swipe up and hold for the recent app menu, and you do have to swipe to across here for switching between apps, right? Which works exactly how Android 10 works, and it's really nice, alright? Not only that, but you can also summon Google Assistant by swiping from the corners, right? Just like on Android 10. So yeah, Xiaomi has finally listened to us and added a proper gesture navigation, just unlike on MIUI 11 or past versions. Now another thing that was a huge, it's actually not a new feature, but it is a new to Android 10 itself, individually, was dock mode, right? We have with MIUI 11 and MIUI 10, we have a dock mode, but that was a very, it is only a Xiaomi-wide dock mode, right? It is only applied to stock apps and a few design language only. With Android 10, however, it has now been system-wide. So if you turn on dock mode here, you can see that it is now been, right, it is dock mode. And not just the phone, right, not just the phone or the camera, but apps like Gmail have been docked, right, as you can see. And apps like Reddit have also now adopted the dock mode. However, there is one big thing with this dock mode, is that it's also applied to every other app that is not dock mode supported. So even Facebook, which is historically not supporting dock mode in the past, have now embraced the dock mode, and it's actually doesn't look that bad, but there are obviously some white point. There's some inversion problems here, stuff like that. Overall, it's not perfect, but yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, the dock mode, they have actually done this pretty well, just like on iOS Smart Invert in the past, but they have actually done it better than Smart Invert in that way. There are actually a lot of other features hidden in underneath in the settings that you might actually be jealous to your stock ROM after watching it. If you go to additional settings, you will be amazed by just how many more things that MIUI 10 that offers compared to Android 9 or MIUI 11. For example, there is a video toolbox, there's floating window, right? I'm just gonna demonstrate for you guys right here, right? If you go to floating windows, you now have the ability to open any app like this as a floating window, right? You can swipe down to expand it, or you can swipe up to dismiss it. Alright. And another great thing about this ROM is that it also has Gcam support, right? As you can see, it has Camera 2 API pre-enabled, so you do have the ability to use Camera 2 API, and so you can use Gcam any way you want. And also, I'll leave this Gcam version down below if you want. This is my opinion, the most stable Gcam that you can find on the Telegram group or on the community. Now, those are mostly the features that you can expect. Besides that, there are a lot of other features that I might actually leave some of the clips that I capture of it in the following. Alright, so let's talk about performance and battery life. The first thing is that performance. It's actually been pretty similar to MIUI 11 or MIUI 12 in the past. Aside from the animation being longer, everything feels the same as MIUI 11, which is fast and always as smooth. But it has RAM management problems in the past, which has always been a problem with MIUI. And also, if you use the phone too much, then lags will definitely still happen, crop up here and there. It is inevitable. And with battery life, I actually was not able to get the promised 7 to 8 hours of on-screen time as I would with any other ROM. I would get around 6 to 7 hours. It is also partly because of the redesigned battery stats, which is just terrible in my opinion, and it doesn't really tell me the screen on time for the whole duration of the usage, 100% to 0, which is a bit disappointing. And also, in terms of bugs, there are actually not many bugs, but actually this ROM is a port from a newer phone, so you will encounter some like scaling issues. First of all, if you go to the control center here, you can see that the whole control center, it doesn't go all the way to the edge, which is partly because of the phone it is ported from. It is a lot less thin, so it has some scaling issues. And also, safety net does not pass. Alright, let me just show you to you right here in black and white. Alright, so if you go here and you go to the Play Store, you will see that it is not certified. So you can see that you cannot use Netflix or any other app to any banking apps. However, thanks to a bit of a trick that I found out, that I discovered a few weeks ago, I was actually able to get Netflix to work just fine with no problem. Of course, it doesn't have any updates afterwards, but overall the experience is fairly familiar to you if you used Netflix before, and there's no problem with streaming Netflix. So yeah, so that is all of the bugs and all of the stuff you need to know about MIUI 12 based on Android 10. In my opinion, this is a pretty good ROM for a beta, and of course, if they improved performance, battery life a little bit more, it would be a great ROM for users. Of course, this is a beta MIUI 12, so no one wants to be in beta, and MIUI 12 is already rolling out to some devices. So of course you probably need to upgrade or wait for an update. Of course there are other great ROMs, MIUI ROMs like MIUI EU or MIUI Mix that you should definitely check out. But until then, this is a great go. So anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you like this video. If you do, hit the like button down below. If you love it, subscribe to this channel to get more interesting videos like this for the Note 5 Pro. Anyways, thank you and goodbye.